Hello and welcome to the Icons of Sin. Me and Chris are back. How are you doing, Chris?
I am good, thank you very much. And let me just say, Happy New Year to everyone.
You beat me to it. Yes, Happy New Year to everybody. Yes, our first Icons of Sin of 2021. And normally we always ask what you've been playing, but that is the topic of this show today.
Yeah.
We're going to talk about not necessarily games that were released 2020, although though that will come up. We're just talking about the games that we were playing during 2020. 2020 gaming memories. So yeah, I've got a few games here that, you know, when I thought about 2020, these were the games that came to mind. I'm sure you have the same.
I've got a few. I would like to kick it off with Minecraft, because I played that with you, so I thought that was a good starting point.
Yes, Minecraft, that game from 2000 and, I don't know, 7, 8, something like that. Still going, massively strong, still adding features to the point that I joined you 2020 and I was like, what am I doing? There's so much new, there's so many new things, because I played the beta of I think you played the alpha, right?
I've had it since alpha.
Yeah, so I think I had it since beta, because I had the executable. It wasn't, because I know it started online, didn't it? It was like online only. So I had it when you downloaded the client, but I think it was beta. It was early beta when I had it, and it changed so much. So yeah, 2020. Obviously, we started Icons of Sin, and we were talking for ages about, oh, you know, when you've got a PC, we'll do some stuff. And then suddenly, one episode, we just came to this conclusion that, oh, there are some cross-platform games. What can we do?
Yeah.
And Minecraft was one of them. But even before
we've still got another episode to go up, haven't we?
I know, I've been terrible. We do have another episode to go up.
No, it's fine. I was just saying. I think we've got one more.
We've got one more to go up, and also, more importantly, I want to do more. You know,
yes,
it's been a while. We need to get back into Minecraft to do some more Minecrafting together, because I was enjoying that. It was good fun.
I've done a lot more building. We now have an underwater base, which is linked by a tunnel just by the side of your house.
You told me about this last time, or the time before, that you've made it. Yeah, because you made it the hard way as well, didn't you? You went down
mining for it. Yes, I didn't. I didn't put it on creative because I blocked that on our world. Yeah,
well, we want to do it, you know, properly, right?
Yeah, there's also a massive wizard tower now.
Oh, nice!
It's tower with it's like a massive watch tower. That took me ages, and I died a few times because I fell off.
What do you think? What do you think keeps you going back to Minecraft? Because I have this problem. Like, I'll leave Minecraft for a few years, but I will come back to it. I always come back to Minecraft. What do you think it is?
It's just the possibility you can do anything.
Yeah.
And obviously, I'm quite artistic. I like painting.
Yeah.
I like drawing. Obviously, because I've started painting Warhammer and that. So with Minecraft, I can go to it with an image and I can build it.
It's virtual Lego.
Yeah, pretty much. Say if I'm if I've been playing a lot of Dark Souls or something and see all the cathedrals and the castles, I'm like, oh, I kind of want to build something like that. Ooh,
yeah,
Minecraft. There we go.
I always think as well, like I always used to think, like, I bet Lego wish that they had the license to this as soon as it came out. You know, like, I bet they wish that Notch had worked for Lego and came up with this game, because they did their own version a couple of years back, and I think it was rubbish. I never played it. I don't think it did very well, but they've got their own Lego kind of Minecrafty thing. But I always thought they must be really envious that they weren't, you know, hot on that one and getting Minecraft as a Lego exclusive game, because it wouldn't have taken much. They could have just changed it a little bit, just add the little bits on the end of the Lego and done.
Yeah, little bumps on the blocks.
Yeah,
and they,
yeah.
But no, Minecraft is amazing. I'll always come back to it because it's even if you're not doing like a mega build on creative or something. Even survival mode is sort of it's a never-ending game. There's always more to do.
It does. It goes on forever, and I find myself every couple of years, I'll log back in, start again, fresh new world, and I'll build my little farm, build my little farmhouse, and then just steadily get more and more crazy.
Don't start on me about farming.
Yeah, you need to get those double rows going. That's what you need.
My farm's even bigger now.
I'm sure it is. I'm sure it is. I'm looking forward to seeing it. We'll have to get back to that.
Entire house.
Yeah, we'll get back to that soon. I'm gonna.
Yeah, we'll have to.
Well, that's a 2021 promise. We'll have more Minecraft episodes up. We'll do some more cross-platform Minecraft.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, Minecraft is just one of those games you just keep coming back to, and especially in 2020, you couldn't get out much, couldn't do much. The world was a scary place, and something like Minecraft is really relaxing. It's just a relaxing game. Stressful at times, but also relaxing.
Yeah, when you go to the Nether with bugger all equipment like we did,
or into the middle of the ocean, apparently, which is now deadly.
We still found the underwater fortress, though. We found it.
We did, and I think we burned a village to the ground on the way home as well, if I remember rightly.
we burned multiple villages to the ground.
Yeah. It's good fun, man. It's really good fun. Minecraft is a good call. I hadn't actually written that down here. I'm glad you have. So that's good.
Oh, hello. I got the puppy with me now. Hello.
Oh, you got the puppy with you. Hello, puppy.
Ow, she's biting my chin. I'm doing a podcast.
Puppies will do that. So, I've got a few games in front of me, and I guess if we're talking multiplayer, I'll start with a multiplayer game. 2020, Streets of Rage 4. Me and my fiance were not allowed to see each other for a major portion of this year. 4 months, 4 or 5 months, I think it was, before we could see each other. Yeah, well, because we live in separate households, so we followed the rules and we did that. Obviously now they've made an amendment, so if you're a single occupant, you can form a bubble with someone else to kind of help stave off depression and all of that kind of stuff, which is obviously going to happen when you're isolated on your own for months on end. But for the first 4 months of that initial lockdown, we weren't allowed to see each other, and we were looking for something to do when we finally saw each other again, and both me and Paula have an absolute love for Streets of Rage. So Streets of Rage 4 had been out for a long time at that point, but I refused to play it. I said, no, I'm not going to play it. I bought it, and I had it there. I was I'm not playing it until you come over and we can play it together. And we need to complete it. We haven't completed it yet, but we have had an absolute blast playing Streets of Rage 4. It's Streets of Rage. If you've played a Streets of Rage game before, it's like...
No, I actually haven't.
Have you not? Right, so side-scrolling beat-em-up games, probably some of the best side-scrolling beat-em-up games, certainly on the Mega Drive and of that 16-bit era. And basically your ex-cops, or no, you are cops. I think you are still cops in the first one. Yeah, you are cops in the first one. And basically you have to go clean up the streets with your fists. You just go around beating up people. It's great. And, there's a loose storyline, and it's just more of that. But with this one, it used to be 16-bit because it was a 16-bit era when 1 to 3 were released, so it's that 16-bit graphics. In this one, they've decided to go hand-drawn, so they've got hand-animated, and it looks gorgeous. But the best thing is, all these years removed from Streets of Rage 3, which was like mid-90s, it feels like Streets of Rage. It feels like you've picked up Streets of Rage, and it's like you picked up the next in the series. It plays exactly how you want it to play. The music is incredible, which was always a big thing with Streets of Rage. In fact, last Christmas I bought my fiance the Streets of Rage soundtrack on vinyl. Sounds incredible. And yeah, it's incredible. It's like a blast from the past, but also it's got some new challenges and some new ideas. Really good fun. And it's multiplayer, but it's one of those wonderful old school multiplayer games, playing in the same room on the same TV, 2 controllers, having a blast this year. That was absolutely great. Streets of Rage 4 is big 2020 memory for me.
Yeah, that's awesome. It does sound like a game I would like to give a go, but obviously
it's a pick up and play for a bit. You don't really have to. It's one of those games you don't have to play for hours. You just pick it up and have a blast.
Yeah, I'm not big on the fighting games really, cause,
yeah,
which is a surprise really, because obviously I do enjoy my martial arts and stuff like that. So you'd think fighting games would be good, but no, I'm not really a fan.
It's not for everyone, you know.
I think the last fighting game I had was Dead or Alive 2 on PlayStation 2.
Oh god, I remember Dead or Alive. I think that series is still going actually, but yeah. I couldn't swear to it. So what other games did you play 2020?
Well, we knew this was going to come up.
I know what's coming.
Dark Souls 3.
Tell me, because you hadn't completed Dark Souls 3.
I have now, five times over.
But this was the big thing, because you and Daz, actually, are like the two of the biggest Dark Souls fans I know. And I was always surprised that you hadn't completed Dark Souls 3. And I guess this year you took it on yourself as like a personal mission. You were going to do it.
Well, it's because I didn't have it.
Oh, you didn't have it? Oh, okay.
No, because obviously I did the playthrough of Dark Souls 1, and obviously my sister originally had Dark Souls 1 on the PS3, and I gave it a go. Gave up after half hour because I was like, no, I can't do this. And then when it was remastered on the PlayStation 4, I kind of just sort of smashed my head against the wall until I beat the game. And then I was like, oh, I'm actually kind of sadistically into this. So Dark Souls 2 came up on sale, and I played that through probably about like 3-4 times and loved it. It's actually because Dark Souls 3 was on sale like a year or so ago.
Right.
And I obviously I hadn't got paid at the time. I was still like 2 days away from payday. So I just put a post out going, Dark Souls 3 is on sale. I'm so pissed off that
you're going to miss the sale because you're not getting paid.
Yeah, because the sale ended in like 15 hours. And then my mate Rob was like, I've just bought it for you. Check your PlayStation account. And I'm like, what? Seriously? Because it's down from like £40 to £17.
Wow. Yeah, so this is like over 50% sale.
Yeah, and he just said, check your PlayStation Store. I've just bought it for you. I'm like, oh my god.
That's a friend right there.
Oh yeah, no, Rob's great. But yeah, I've been playing that. I think I've clocked about 300-400 hours last year.
Yeah, you've got some gameplay videos on Tron Games as well with that, right?
Yes, it's about 60% Dark Souls.
So you finally completed Dark Souls in 2020, Dark Souls 3.
Yes, I'm on my 6th playthrough of it with the same character.
Nice.
And I am super OP at the moment. Because everything gets harder every time you do a restart on it.
Yeah.
So you keep your stats and your level.
You do like the New Game Plus and all that kind of stuff, right?
Yeah, until New Game Plus 5, and then nothing gets harder after that.
So after that, you just get stronger and stronger.
Yeah, so I think I'm on New Game 6, maybe 7.
Right,
but
so
also
you're just wiping things out now.
Yeah, also my friend Aaron, who's absolutely maxed out. He's level 99 on every stat, which takes a lot. It is a bit cheaty, but obviously we played a few games together, and he dropped me, I think, something like 3 million souls.
Right.
Yeah, so I used them to level up quite a bit. So I'm more overpowered than I should be. But it's still not super overpowered that I can't die, because I still do, because it's me playing video games. Of course I'm going to die.
Of course, yeah. I mean, that is the style of the game anyway. You tend to die a lot, regardless.
Yes.
And I guess regardless of your level, it's still a tough game. So I guess you're going to...
I will say, though, on my maybe 4th or 5th playthrough, I did complete the entire game without dying.
Well, that is damned impressive.
It is, and I wish I had recorded it, because no one's going to fucking believe me.
I believe you. We believe you. We believe you.
But then again, obviously I was... Because Aaron dropped me like 3-4 million souls, I was more overpowered than I should have been. So it's it kind of doesn't count.
Still an achievement, though.
Yeah, every time I loaded it up, it gave me anxiety. It's like, I cannot die. I got very close a few times.
So, is that every Dark Souls game you've completed now? Apart from, like, you know, there's Demon Souls remake, obviously, and that kind of stuff. But
yeah, I've completed every Dark Souls game, apart from obviously Demon's Souls.
yeah,
that's really hard to say because it's Demon's Souls.
Oh, is it Demon's Souls? I didn't know that. Yeah.
Yes, it's hard to say.
Looks incredible, though.
I know, I want it, but for that I need a PS5.
Of course, yeah. I mean, it'll wait. You'll get there eventually.
Yes, and then I'm going to do a full series on that.
Nice, yeah, that'll be fun. That'll be fun to watch. Sticking with Souls-like games, which is the most, you know, overused term in video game right now, right? I think in terms of video games, Souls-like is like the most overused term. But two very Souls-like games. I picked up Jedi Fallen Order in a sale this year. I think I talked about it on the show. You know,
yeah, I've got it. I've got it too. Had
a real good time. I have yet to complete it. I need to go back to it, but I very much enjoyed playing it. It's based 5 years, I think it is, after the Jedi Purge in the Revenge of the Sith, isn't it?
Licking the microphone.
The Jedi. Oh god, the dog's licking the microphone. That's gross.
Yeah.
So it's set 5 years after the Jedi Purge, and basically you're Cal, who's a Jedi in hiding. You've kind of, you know, hidden your powers from the Empire because the Empire are actively, obviously, hunting any Jedi that exist. And you save your friend using the Force, and it sets this whole crazy story into motion.
The beginning bit, isn't it?
Yeah. Beginning of the game, and then from there, obviously, you head out and. On this epic journey, and I am probably only about 20% of the way through that epic journey. I need to get back to it, but what I've played of it I absolutely loved. I think the gameplay is really fun. It's punishing. I don't know if it's as hard as Dark Souls. You're probably better placed to say that.
I would say so. It's obviously with using the Force, and you can do wall runs and sort of jump Force jumps. It's the same. It's basically Dark Souls meets Prince of Persia. That's what I'd say.
Yeah, I agree. Actually, the more modern, the sort of PS2 onward Prince of Persia games. Yeah, definitely. You've got all that wall running and I hadn't thought of that. But you're right.
Was it the two princes or? The Prince of Persia game?
Sands of Time, wasn't it, the first one?
Sands of Time, that's it.
And then after that, there were a bunch of them after that.
The one on PS4 stopped.
They're apparently remaking Prince of Persia, though, aren't they? They're going to remake Sands of Time, I think, which would be fun.
I hope so.
I loved that game.
I loved that game. But yeah, no, Fallen Order, again, was actually bought for me and actually shipped to me by someone who watches my channel, which was amazing. Yeah, Aaron. Awesome. I know you're listening, Aaron. So I love you.
Thanks, Aaron. Wow, the dog's going crazy back there. What's she doing?
She's getting fed.
Oh, she's getting fed. Well, that's always good. I always get excited when I get fed too. Yeah, Jedi Fallen Order. I was really surprised. It's kind of good now because you've got this thing on Epic and Steam and stuff where you can get a game, and if it doesn't work or you hate it within 2 hours of play, you can send it back. So I've been a bit more like risk takey, I'm like, it's on sale. It's like, I think it was like 15 quid or 20 quid or something. I was like, I'll give it a go, and if it's rubbish, I'll just refund it. And I really, really enjoyed what I've played of Jedi Fallen Order so far. I've got
it's a good game.
I've got the double-ended lightsaber, which was my mission.
Oh, I ain't got that far.
Yeah, it's not that far. It's quite early in the game. I looked it up.
Is it? I must have missed it.
I looked up a walkthrough of how to get it because I was determined to get it before I did anything else. I was like, I want that to play the game with that. So,
see, Darth Maul is my favorite. Darth Maul and Jango Fett are my two favorite characters in Star Wars. So the double-ended lightsaber.
It's the one.
I want.
The good thing is as well.
Actually,
go on.
The Darth Maul and the double-ended lightsaber is actually what pushed me to learn bow staff in karate, because it's kind of the same. It's just not lasers.
Yes, not lasers. Yeah. It's really good, and in the game it works really well, because you can use you can use one end of it, so you can use it as a normal lightsaber and then switch style to the dual. And you can do that during combat. It's great. So you use the single light.
Fucking awesome.
Yeah. So you use one end to like deflect blows and take on one-on-one. You're a lot faster. And then use the dual end when you've got more than one opponent. It's a really cool mechanic, and it works really, really well. I think the force powers as well are really well implemented in Jedi Fallen Order.
I don't think the force powers were as good as the ones in
Jedi Outcast.
What's it called?
So I was going to say they're not as good as Jedi Knight, Jedi Outcast. That's the one for me. But
Force Unleashed.
Oh, Force Unleashed, yes, when you can literally pull a Star Destroyer out of the sky.
Yep.
I will say, Force Unleashed, I liked it a lot when it came out, and I haven't played it for a long time, but I really enjoyed some of the boss fights you had were really fun in that game. When you were facing off against the Jedi.
When you come to the Force, your Force powers are only as strong as your like connection to the Force. So being able to pull a Star Destroyer out of the sky it's not unreasonable, because it could potentially happen. That's what I think a Force Unleashed.
It probably felt quite unreasonable to all the people on that Star Destroyer. They probably thought it was unreasonable when they were getting pulled into the ground.
But compared to Fallen Order, where obviously I know you're trying to hide your Force abilities, but if you are more in tune with the Force, then you should get more powers than you have. If you get what I'm saying,
I think your powers grow through the game, so they do get more powerful as you go through. But yeah, I don't think it reaches anything near the level of Force Unleashed, which was like crazy power. I can't really remember the story.
But then he had like
Darth Vader's
Force Unleashed. He had because Darth Vader killed his parents, so he had anger, but he also had ambition and motivation, so it like manifested into more Force powers. Or that's my take on it anyway.
Oh no, you're right. Yeah, because Force Unleashed. Actually, sorry, no, he's not a clone. He's a clone in the second one, isn't he? He's a clone of himself in the second one. In the first one,
I haven't played the second one.
In the first, it's not as good. In the first one, he's a child, isn't he? And you're doesn't Vader go to Kashyyyk or somewhere and just like murder everyone and then find him? I think
it looks like Kashyyyk. It might be Kashyyyk, but yes, he does, and he goes to kill his mum. And
that's right.
Yeah, the child, he stops it with the Force,
and
then he takes him under his wing. Yeah, but with that much anger, you can obviously see how the Force would manifest in his powers.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, whereas Cal doesn't necessarily have that. But yeah, a really fun game, and it's a game I intend to go back to very soon. Yeah. So, have you another game to talk about from 2020?
Of course, I've got loads. Where do you want to start?
Wherever you'd like.
Need for Speed Heat.
Oh, okay. So you are you're a massive Need for Speed fan, and your favorite was Hot Pursuit, wasn't it?
Nope.
No. What one was it?
Come on. Come on.
3.
Come on, Dave.
2, 3. I'm not sure.
No.
I can't remember.
Most Wanted.
Oh, was it Most Wanted? Okay, it was Most Wanted. Yeah.
Yes.
But you felt the series.
I told you this multiple times.
You have told me that. I am sorry. I do apologise.
It's all right.
I'm not very up with. I was a big Need for Speed fan back in like the day, like Need for Speed 1 SE and Need for Speed 2, 3, and then I kind of got lost in there. I still like them. I remember I really enjoyed Most Wanted. Not Most Wanted. Hot Pursuit, I think it was one of those ones. There's a few really ones I really like, but like you, I was kind of turned off later in the series.
Yeah,
I'm not a big fan of like
they tried to make it more. They tried to make it more like realistic, and they took the fun out of it.
Yes,
they tried to be more like Gran Turismo and stuff like that. And it's like we're buying Need for Speed for the absurdity. We're not playing it for realism.
It's an arcade. We want
racer. To have police. Yeah, we want to have police chases. We want to smash up cars, and they've kind of brought it back in Heat. Yeah, your car does break up, and you need to go through like a petrol station that repairs it.
Oh, well, that's fine.
But
I
it's
can live with
still fun.
that.
Yeah, but obviously in Need for Speed Most Wanted, you could go through like 20 million roadblocks.
It doesn't matter.
Your car to be fine. So they brought back the police chases are a lot hard. I haven't actually escaped one yet because my car always dies. But they brought back all the over the top customization.
Mm-hmm.
They brought back the drift races, which I can't drift to save my life, but I enjoy doing it when I can. And it just feels more like Need for Speed than Hot Pursuit and the other ones like that.
Right. That's good. It's a return to its kind of more arcadey roots, which is really, like you said, I'm the same as you there. I that's what I play Need for Speed for. If I want realism, then I'd play Gran Turismo, or one of those kind of games. I play Need for Speed for just a bit of a laugh, really. Arcade fun.
Need for Speed, I've got a Ferrari with like a 5-foot spoiler. That's not real, but I like it.
Yeah,
it's a game.
This fun.
Is the Need for Speed I remember. I want to get my car stupid. That's what I want.
I always thought Need for Speed kind of lost it for me when they started doing the when they were like, oh, we want to do Fast and Furious now, and it's like, no, no.
I agree.
It's like I don't want to put neons under my car and all that. I just want to have silly fun, like you said. I want to have silly fun with a Ferrari. That's for me. That's what it was about. I don't want street cars. I want supercars. You know what I actually figured out on the PS2?
Mm-hmm. On Need for Speed Most Wanted, a fully upgraded Renault Clio was faster than any car in the game.
Was it intentional, or was that just broken?
I don't know.
Broken
because obviously when we used to play split screen, me and my brother, or me and my sister, would go on obviously free play and create our own cars. And as a joke, I fully upgraded a Renault Clio and made it like bright pink with neon green race flags down the side as a joke. And she was in the top tier car.
Sure,
she's like a Lando or something.
Like McLaren F1 or something.
And I actually completely smoked her. I didn't think I would. I beat her off the line, and I think we were doing a circuit race about 5 laps, and I think I was about a minute and a half in front of her before she finished. And she's not a bad gamer; she is a very good gamer.
Sure. So it was just purely the car was just overpowered.
Yeah, the Clio was absolutely OP.
That's brilliant.
Hilarious.
I love it.
No, and then I used it actually in the story. I bought a Clio and fully upgraded it, and I beat every single member on the blacklist with a bright pink Clio. It was crazy. Amazing.
That's ridiculous. But this is the thing, right? Because that's the kind of nonsense that I expect from a Need for Speed game. I mean, obviously in that case it's a bit broken.
Need for Speed in a nutshell.
But it's Need for Speed.
In a nutshell. That's it.
It's very Need for Speed.
You want to beat a Lamborghini on a bright pink Clio? Yep, we got you.
Yeah, exactly, and that kind of sums up Need for Speed for me. So I'm glad. So Need for Speed. What's the latest game called? Or the game that you were playing last year?
Need for Speed Heat.
Heat. So I'm glad to hear that it's gone back to its roots. I might have to check that out when it's on sale. That sounds fun. I like it. So sticking with the kind of Souls-like games, I'll make a quick mention of Elderborn, which I played through this year, and I had a lot of fun playing it. It's quite a short game. It's again, Souls-like, if you want to use that term, game, but it's in first person. And you play as a barbarian, and basically you start in the underground, the underworld, and you work your way up onto the surface to take down this enemy. Really good fun. It's very tough, and a lot of it comes down to blocking and parrying. And I know you had some fun learning to parry this year in some game, Chris. I remember.
I still can't. I still can't.
So Elderborn is a lot like that. It's all in first person, but parrying is key. If you parry, then you can attack really well. Frustrating to start with, but once you learn how to do it, it's so satisfying. Just blasting through all these enemies, it feels so good. So Elderborn, just wanted to give a little shout out to. One game that I had so much fun with that I want to talk about in a bit more depth this year was Command and Conquer Remastered. They took the original.
I know how deep your love for Command and Conquer is.
Yeah, me and Daz talked for like 4 hours about Command and Conquer, I think, at some point.
I know, I listened.
Did you? It's a long podcast, that one.
I've listened to every single Icons podcast, even before I was a part of it. I've listened to all of them.
Yeah, I appreciate it. And obviously you're the team now.
It's our show now, yeah.
It is indeed.
I still listen to them.
Yeah, that's good.
I still listen to them, even though I know what we said. I'm just like, I still listen.
What did I say?
I listened to them when I've been painting Warhammer.
Oh, nice. So Command and Conquer Remastered, they took the original Command and Conquer, which is one of my favourite strategy games of all time. Very simple by today's standards, but again, it goes back to that Need for Speed thing, where I've got grand strategy games. I've got like Stellaris, which is a game I played this year. I'll probably come to that later if I've got time. Grand strategy I love. And even real sort of in-depth strategy games I really love. But there's something that I love about simple real-time strategy games. And Command & Conquer is kind of perfect for that. It's not overcomplicated. There's not many units. There's not many buildings. You just kind of do your thing and off you go. And that's what I've always loved about the Command & Conquer series. It doesn't need like crazy strategy and crazy thought. It's just fun. It's like Need for Speed is for car racing. It is that for real-time strategy. And this year, the guys who used to run Westwood Studios, who used to work for Westwood Studios, were given the opportunity by EA to work with EA to create a remake of Command & Conquer, and they've remastered it from the ground up. They've done brand new graphics, 4K graphics. They've upscaled the video wherever possible, because obviously a big thing about Command & Conquer is that cutscene stuff, the cutscenes with Kane and all of those that stuff, that's all in there. They remastered both Command & Conquer and Red Alert, so you get both when you buy the game, and it's also got a completely remastered soundtrack by Frank Klepacki, who did the original soundtrack. Actually, as a side note, I'll link it in the description. I was commissioned to put together an interview with Frank Klepacki a couple of weeks ago, and that's online, and it's an awesome interview. Yeah, I was really pleased. Someone reached out and asked me if I'd edit their interview with Frank Klepacki, which is awesome for me because I'm a massive Command & Conquer nerd, and I was like, oh my god, yes. It's like, not only are you paying me, I would have done this for free. I would like, this is awesome. And he was like, oh yeah, just get rid of anything you don't, you think you could lose from the interview. I think I ended up keeping like 95% of it, because I was like, it's just all amazing. I want to hear everything. It's great. But yeah, so Command & Conquer Remastered is wonderful. They've changed nothing about the game. And you know what my favourite thing, and it's such a stupid thing, but my favourite thing about the game is anytime you're playing, wherever you are in the game, whatever you're doing, if you press the space bar, you can switch between the graphics in real time. So you can go back to the original graphics and then switch back to the new graphics and back to the old graphics. Just a little thing.
That's cool.
But yeah, you don't even need to go to a menu or anything. You just press one button on the keyboard and the graphics instantly change back to the original graphics. It's great. I love it. An absolute love letter to the original Command & Conquer. Wonderful that they got the original guys from Westwood to work on it. So it's the original team back together, making that game. And yeah, it's wonderful. The soundtrack remastered sounds great. There's new tracks on there by the Tiberium Sons, which is Frank Klepacki's band that do like covers of his older music.
Well, I was going to say, how can the original soundtracks, even remastered, how can they not sound bad?
It's impossible. They're incredible. I think Command & Conquer is probably my favourite video game soundtrack of all time. it's up there at least. It would certainly be in my top 2 or 3. I think it probably is my favourite. Depends what day it is, but generally I'm going to say Command & Conquer. And yeah, it's a wonderful remaster. You've got the original tracks remastered, and then the original tracks played by the Tiberium Sons. It's wonderful. I loved playing Command & Conquer Remastered this year. And again, with 2020 and all that was going on with 2020 and all that stress, it was nice to take myself back, you know, to 1995, whenever it was I originally played Command & Conquer, and just play through that and just lose myself in that world again. Great fun.
See, I've only ever played Red Alert.
The original Red
That's
Alert.
the only one I've played.
That's a good game. It's a good game.
It is, but obviously on that series, that's the only one I've actually played. But I've seen obviously my dad play it when I was younger.
Yeah,
and I did quite like it, but obviously
I'm not sure how well it would have aged if you didn't play it at the time. You know.
Yeah. It's basically what I saw of it, or what my opinion was back then. It's basically a modern version of Age of Empires, kind of.
Yeah, I mean it was before Age of Empires. Like it came out before Age of Empires, but yes, effectively it's Age of Empires with modern vehicles or futuristic.
Yeah, that's
vehicles.
what I meant.
Yeah.
I didn't mean it was like an updated, because I knew it came out before.
Yeah,
but it's Age of Empires with modern technology.
Yeah, totally.
I should have said.
Yeah, absolutely, and really cheesy cutscenes, which kind of make it.
Yeah, but obviously, I've always been like the medieval and like that kind of era has always been my kind of thing. So that's why I went towards Age of Empires.
We're gonna get some Age of Empires on soon, don't you worry.
Yes, I know, and it's going back to the thing. I think I pretty much said in every podcast, when I get a PC,
it's gonna happen. It's gonna happen.
I cannot wait to play Age of Empires again. I am loathing Age of Empires right now. I need to play it because I can honestly spend about 12 hours sitting in front of the PC just playing that.
Think of all the content we're gonna make when you've got a PC. It's just gonna be like constant. Like any time we're free, it's just gonna be like, okay, let's do it. Let's go.
Yeah, you're gonna message me. You're free. It's like, I'm already in Age of Empires. Join my game.
Exactly. It's going to be great.
Now I've actually got my over about a year and a half ago. I forgot my Twitter password.
I saw you finally logged in yesterday or the day
before.
Yes,
but the thing was, they were like, "Okay, we'll send you a code to this phone number." And I was like, "I've changed my number." We'll send it to your email, but you have to verify it with your phone number. It's like, I don't have this phone number. So it took me a year and a half. They were fine. I had to call someone, and I talked to someone who works at Twitter, which I didn't think was a thing.
They do exist. Yeah.
Yeah, and I was like, I don't have this number, but I am this person. I still have the email.
Yeah.
They're like, we'll send you an email now. Can you look at the email while we're on the phone?
I suppose that proves it, doesn't it?
Tell me the code it says. I'm like, yes, I can. So, okay, you are who you say you are. I was like, I fucking know I am.
Oh, but they got to do their job, you know. They've got to be.
Yes,
careful,
I know, but it's Twitter. I'm not gonna. What's the worst that can happen? But yeah, I finally have my Twitter back.
You
so
have
now
my condolences for being back on Twitter.
So I will be sharing the icons on Twitter as well now.
Lovely. I'm terrible at sharing stuff to Twitter because I can't stand it. But I do have a Twitter, though. I do have a Twitter, and I try. The only thing I do is I link my Instagram posts to Twitter, so they go out to Twitter. That's about it, really. But I should. We do need to publicise this show more. You're right. We do need to get out there. We should.
I've only got Twitter just for the sheer fact that it's another platform I can share my channel.
I agree. It is important for that, and we should definitely do that. That's a New Year's resolution.
Put the icons on Twitter.
Yeah, promote more. You know, promote more. So, what other games?
Well, another one we've talked about already, but in another podcast.
Yeah, but let's talk about.
I've been playing a lot of Call of Duty, especially the Warzone.
You've been playing a lot of Warzone, and I've played a bit of Warzone. I played a bit last week before. I downloaded it, gave it a quick go. It looks like a lot of fun. So it's from what I gather.
Are you doing solos, duos, trios, or quads? What were you?
Solo, I think.
That's
So it's like a battle royale, basically.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I tend to. Well, I always did solos because obviously I had no one to play with, so I was like, I don't want to play with randomers. I'll play on my own.
Yeah.
But then I kept. Well, I wasn't doing too bad because I think it's 150 players, and I'd come about 50th. So
that's where I was coming about between around 50, 40, somewhere around there. I think I got higher than that once. I got down to like 25 or something, but that was just purely by like hiding well and just being, like just kind of stealthing around. Didn't really kill anyone, so it was like I was just hiding while the numbers went down. Really, I was just running around like, people are dying.
Yeah, I used to do that, but then I realised it's boring as fuck.
Yeah, it's really boring. Yeah, and then I get bored, and then I die. It's like I could probably win if I just hide and then kill the last person, but I get bored, and then when I get bored, I go looking for people.
When the map closes in, you got to move, and that's when you get killed. Well,
the thing is, I always the time I played it, I just aimed straight for that point where I knew the map was going to close in anyway. So I kind of got to the center of the map and just kind of hid out there for a while, just waited for people to come to me. But that seemed to work. But it's a fun game.
Yeah. See, I started doing duos and quads, even if it's with people I don't know. I started doing that, and since
a lot more fun.
Since I've been doing that, it's a lot more fun. There's a lot more action, and I've been. Well, our squad has been in the top 10 probably about 20 times.
Wow, that's really good. So
yeah, I kind of revived my love for Call of Duty because Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2 on the PS3.
Oh my god, what a game!
That was an amazing game.
It really was. Modern Warfare 1 and 2 were fantastic.
I kind of lost my groove for Call of Duty. I enjoyed the zombies in like Black Ops and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And obviously, when this one came out, I think actually that Modern Warfare 2019 was actually bought for me again by someone who watches my channel, which is surprising for how little subscribers I have.
It's great though. It's great. But your channel is such a positive channel. It's positive, fun channel.
No, there's never going to be any hate on my channel. Never.
No, same here. I think it's good to have some positive
it's
fun.
So nice. Even though I've got 126 subscribers, there's still people out there that are going, I want to see you play this. I'm going to buy it for you. I was like, you honestly have no idea how much that means to me.
That's really cool. Yeah, that's really cool.
Because obviously you expect that from bigger channels, people that have like millions of subscribers. But I've got 126 and people are going, yeah, I'm going to buy you this game. It's like, why?
It's really cool,
why
man.
Are you spending your money on
it's really cool.
Oh, because I want to see you play it. I'm like, well, I'm not going to disappoint you then. I'm going to play it.
Absolutely. So, yeah, it's a really fun game. So you think teaming up with people makes it even more fun, a bit more winnable then, I guess.
Yeah, because obviously... when you're in the plane, every time it says you're a squad leader, I was like, no, I'm going to pass this to someone else.
Yeah,
to be squad leader. And they pick a spot, and I'll just kind of follow them. But you get into, obviously, because you're not on your own, you get into bigger firefights. You go do stuff as a team, and it's more enjoyable than just on your own. I would honestly say give it a go because it is so much fun. I didn't think it would be playing with random people, but it is, because you kind of do stuff as a squad, and you actually become you start thinking like tactical, like, right, he's doing that, I need to cover this door, or I need to cover this window.
That's fun.
It is actually so much fun.
That sounds like a lot of fun. Well, we'll have to play together at some point.
It's cross-platform, isn't it?
Yeah, I think so. I think it is.
We'll have to do it. So let me know when you're free, and we will do it. I will make time.
Make that happen.
I will make time. Just let me know when you're free, because obviously I'm free all the time.
By the way, what is with the install size of this game? Like, I don't know if you noticed. It's like, I don't know. It's
90 gigs.
It's ridiculous. It's like 150 gigabyte or something. And it's like you get into the game and you're like, why is it this big? Like, it's just like
I can actually kind of tell you why.
Can you go?
Because Call of Duty and Warzone are separate things.
Yes. So are you downloading both?
yes, you can play Warzone without buying the game.
Yes, which is what I did.
But if you've got the game, you need to install the game, you need to install the campaign, the multiplayer, and the Spec Ops. And then the Warzone is a thing on its own.
But it's weird, because all I did was download Warzone, but it seems like it's downloaded everything else as well, just in case I want to buy it and play it. It's like, I only want to play Warzone.
Yeah, probably, because Warzone's its own thing, because Warzone is, well, on the PlayStation Store, Warzone is free.
Yeah, that's the same.
You can download that and play Warzone. But then if you go into multiplayer, you're going to have to download the actual game to play normal multiplayer.
Right.
So that's why it's so big, because it's the multiplayer, it's the campaign, it's the Spec Ops in one thing, and then it's Warzone, which in itself is a massive thing because it's a massive map.
Yeah.
All the drops and stuff have to be programmed. So yeah, it's them two together make it about like 90 to 100 gigs of data to download.
Huge. I started downloading it and I was like, how big is this game? This is crazy. But really good fun.
That's why, because it's in bits.
What class do you play as in these games? You're a sniper, right?
I run a silenced M4 with a 3.5 times zoom scope, 60 round magazine, a 4-grip handle, and a custom stock. I can't remember what it's called, to reduce recoil. My secondary weapon, I use Overkill, which is so you can use 2 primary weapons. I have I can't remember what it's called, but it's a new gun they've added, which is a marksman rifle, but it's a bolt action, which has more damage than most of the sniper rifles, with a sniper scope on it, a silencer, bigger magazine, the attachment that makes the bolt action go faster and smoother. Yes, I use that.
That is the answer of someone who has definitely played this game properly. I went with I had like the most basic weapons, obviously, because I haven't unlocked much yet. But it's really good fun. I really enjoy the gulag thing. That's fun.
Yeah.
So when you die, you get a chance to come back if you take out someone else, and you're in this kind of little arena. That's fun. In fact, the first game I played, that was the only kill I got, was in the gulag. So I got killed immediately, went to the gulag, killed the person in the gulag, got back out, and then died again immediately. So it was. I
think the most kills I've got in Warzone is 17.
That's really good, though. That's high. Yeah, well done.
Not out of 150 people. There are some people,
but they're quite spread out. I mean,
I've watched some YouTubers that have been getting like 50 kills.
Yeah, people are crazy though. Some people just play it all day. We can't do that.
I'm quite happy with my 17.
Yeah, I think that's a good number. That's a good number. It looks like a lot of fun.
If you want to start playing Warzone like properly, I will honestly suggest the M4.
Okay.
And I can give you the best build for it for Warzone.
Cool. Well, let's talk.
Obviously, you know, weapons have level in Call of Duty. They have levels.
Yes.
Most of my guns are about level 5 or something. My M4 is level 70.
Jesus Christ! Just from use.
Yeah.
Well,
yes. It's so reliable though. Other guns, they got more damage, but they got more recoil, or some shoot faster but have less damage. The M4 is just all round.
Nice.
Yes. I would suggest to anyone playing Call of Duty, use the M4. I know a lot of people say, "No, the AK is better." It's fucking not.
It's not, apparently.
Use the M4.
There you go. Use the M4, people. Well, soon we will play that together.
I can't wait.
We'll get in on that. And sticking with guns and gun customization, a game that I played quite a lot of this year. Which has an seemingly insane amount of depth to its gun mechanics. Metro Exodus, the latest in the Metro games.
I thought you were going to say Borderlands 3 then, for some reason.
No. Although I'm sure we'll get to
It
that
does
in a
have
minute.
a lot of guns.
It does have. I mean, Borderlands 2 had a lot of guns. Metro Exodus, which is the latest in the Metro series. I don't know if you're aware of this series or have played it.
I'm aware of them. I haven't played any of them.
So the idea, So the idea is that it's post-apocalypse, right? And the first few games in the series, you're in the Metro system in Moscow. So basically, because the surface is irradiated and there's crazy monsters and creatures that have, like, from mutation and stuff that are roaming the surface of Moscow, you're in the Metro system under Moscow. And they were quite linear.
Sorry, how did you say Moscow then?
Moscow.
Moscow.
Yeah,
It's Moscow.
Either way, whatever. That place in Russia. So you're in the Metro system for the first couple of games because the surface is so irradiated. With Metro Exodus, they change all of that. So in Metro Exodus, you discover that you've been lied to, and that not everywhere is as irradiated as Moscow is. It's not as irradiated. So you realize that outside of the major cities, the nuclear fallout is less harsh. So you end up stealing a train, which was held by some bandits, and you and your team leave Moscow. They go out into Russia. And you're trying to meet up with this supposed central government group that you're trying to find. So basically, the game takes place as you're on the train, and your train's going to this location. But along the way, there's numerous setbacks. So along the way, for example, the bridge will be blocked by enemies. But each time you stop, you end up in these kind of big areas. They're big open areas. So it's almost. I mean, it's not like the size of Fallout or anything like that, but when you stop, you're in these big open sandbox areas. You can do side quests, you can do whatever. And basically, you've got like several of these areas. I've got to 3 so far, but I think there may be more. And basically, you have to do missions in these areas before you move on with the train. But the Metro series has always had really cool, realistic gun mechanics, and this one takes it to a whole new level. I mean, the customization level, the level of customization you can do with all of the guns in Metro Exodus is ridiculous. Like, if you like guns and customization of guns, you can spend forever just tweaking little bits of your gun, different parts. You can take it all apart, and when you kill enemies, you can get their guns and take their guns apart, take parts of their guns off, put it onto your gun, and build whatever kind of gun you want. I took a revolver and ended up making it into a sniper rifle.
I do love customization.
Yeah, and like I said, for example, I took a revolver and customized it to where I now use it as a sniper rifle, mid-range sniper rifle.
Yeah, no. Most games you can put sniper scopes on revolvers, which is amazing.
I mean, not just a scope. You can put a scope. You can put an extended barrel. You can change the. You can literally change everything about the game. It's ridiculous and really, really fun. And it's one of the great thing I like about it is that you can change it on the fly. So when you're playing the game, you can open your inventory, and you can change the configuration of your guns while you're out and about. So if I'm going on a mission,
that's cool.
Yeah,
that's cool.
It's really cool. So when you can when you're out and about, you can take your backpack off, and you basically change the gun. So if I'm going on a certain mission, I might change the gun so it's no longer a sniper rifle. It's now, a more close range silenced pistol. I can kind of amend all of this on the fly. It's ridiculous, and it's really, really fun. Really fun. And you've got to do certain things, like you've got to keep your guns clean and stuff, because after a while they jam and things like that. It's
realism. I like the realism. It's good.
It's fun. It's a tough game. You'll die pretty quickly if people shoot you. So you need to kind of stealth and planning is key. But really fun game, and one of the best looking games I've ever played.
That's my normal game plan anyway.
Same.
For any game.
Exactly. It's one of those games that really speaks to me, because it speaks to my style of gameplay anyway, which is the stealthy kind of side of things. Either sniping
know
stealth.
what? When we play Warzone together,
I think we're going to be a good team.
The stealthiest and amazing team ever.
I think we'll be a good team. I think we will.
Yeah, say if you're facing one way, I'll turn my back on you. I'll cover the back, and I'm assuming you'll do the same.
Of course.
So we're going to be the most together
I'm excited.
stealthiest team.
We need to get this going.
I did just send you a photo on Messenger because I was just scrolling through the Tron Games page to see, obviously,
I just got a photo with "holy shit" written under it.
Look at the views that's circled.
Wow, that's cool. Is that you?
10,000.
That's really good, man. Well done.
Yeah, I don't know why. I was just scrolling through to see what games I played, and it said this one's got 10,000 views. I'm like, what the fuck?
That's really cool, man.
Where did that come from?
Well, it's good content, so that's it's good
like
that people recognize it.
Video.
Yeah, but then that's unfortunately for people like me, that's the way that YouTube's kind of going now. It's the shorter videos. And as you know, I will happily talk for like 4 hours if need be. But shorter videos seem to do well. But that's really cool, man. That's an achievement. There you go. That's a 2020 achievement.
Yeah, no, I literally... Well, that video was from like 2017, I think. I was just scrolling through to see, like, what have I posted? What have I played? Yeah. What can I talk about? It's like, wait, I had to scroll back up. It's like, did that say 10,000? Shit, it did.
Yeah, that's awesome, man. That's really cool. Any other games you fancy talking about from 2020? I thought you'd gone then. I thought you'd just given up. You were like, I'm out.
No. I wouldn't go without saying bye. We talked about... there's one, the mobile game, obviously.
Yes, talk about
Among Us.
Among Us. So Among Us took the world by storm in 2020, right? I mean, the gaming world. Everyone was playing Among Us at one point. Still are, probably.
Sorry, I was just scrolling through my videos on YouTube of the videos I posted, and it was Dark Souls 3, 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 Dark Souls 3. There's like 15 in a row.
Were you scrolling through your videos to figure out what games you've played this year? Because I do that a lot.
Yep.
Yeah, so
Yep.
I had to do that with this, and I will have to do it again this week with the movie, with the Movies Made Us Do It, because I have to go through and just see what I've reviewed through the year to remind myself what I saw last year. It's like, what did I play last year? What did I see last year? What have I done? I actually went through Steam today to get these games, because I was like, I'll just go through the list of my recently played and kind of scroll through and see what I've been playing. But yeah, so Among Us.
You know what's bad?
Go on.
I have had to scroll down to 11 months ago. And 80% of it is Dark Souls 3, Dark Souls 2.
You're the Dark Souls boy.
I didn't realize how many Dark Souls videos I have uploaded.
A lot, but people love watching it, so it's all good. It's all good. So Among Us is the Saboteur game. Your little...
Holy shit!
What?
There is 105 Dark Souls Remastered videos. There are 49 Dark Souls 2 videos. And there is 37 Dark Souls 3. That's a lot of fucking Dark Souls.
If you want to watch Dark Souls, Tron Games is the place to go. For
it is.
Yeah, I mean, are those full playthroughs? Is that like whole game? Yeah, nice. So yeah.
Well, Dark Souls 1, I used to do. Obviously, I did the 15 minutes per video.
Right.
And Dark Souls 2, I went up to half an hour per video. Dark Souls 3 is anywhere from half an hour to an hour and a half.
Nice.
So that's why there's less Dark Souls 3 videos, because they're longer.
Because they're longer, yeah. So it works out. It evens out. So, tell me about Among Us.
That's still well over about 400 hours of Dark Souls there.
It is, yeah.
But yes, Among Us. I was about to say Dark Souls then. Among Us. Yeah, it's...
a Saboteur game.
I downloaded it.
Because you played it mobile, right? I play it mobile, yes. I don't have a computer to run it. Oh, I didn't know. Is it not on like PS4 and stuff as well?
No.
Oh right, that's surprising. I thought it would have been.
And mobile.
Oh.
Well, actually, it might be, but I obviously don't have PS4. Well, I have a PS4. All right. I
don't know what you're talking about. I thought you had a PS4.
Yeah, no, I've lost my words.
No, that's all good.
I was trying to go somewhere between that. It doesn't. I don't have a PC to run it.
Yeah.
And it runs on phone. And I tried to go in the middle, going, I don't have a phone that runs PC. And I was like, no, that's not words.
Those are words, but they're wrong words.
That's not a sentence. I don't know if it's on PS4 because I haven't looked. But yeah, I can't word now.
It's all right. It's all right. So you got it on mobile this year because I remember you telling me about it, and it looks like a fun. I still haven't played it. Basically, is what I'm saying. But it looks like a lot of fun.
There we go. I got it because the boys played it. And they're like, "Oh, you need to play this," and I was like, "Oh, yeah, all right." And then it was actually kind of fun. But the problem with it being on phone and PC, well, no, not necessarily PC. On phone, you only have voice chat, where on PC you can put up like a Discord chat or something where you can talk in person. So you can like defend yourself or argue a point. On phone, all you've got is chat. If you can't type fast enough,
you have to type. Oh my god.
Sus, yes. If someone thinks you're sus and you're trying to defend yourself, but they voted already, if you can't type fast enough to defend yourself, then you're fucked. But it is a fun game.
It looks like a lot of fun, I must admit. I like the concept.
It's a very good concept. It is, and it's also fun because you're like, I need to do tasks, but I need to try not to die. Or when you're in the imposter, you're like, right, I need to get someone that's alone and kill them and get away. But if there's like two people, I'm going to pretend to do a task. So it is fun.
We're gonna again for the like sixth time this episode. When you have a PC, we will play this game together, and we'll set up a chat on the side. We can do a Skype chat or something, and we'll have.
Yeah, fun. I just heard Chrissy laugh in the background because the amount of times we've said when I get a PC.
It's going to be a running joke. Like you may never get a PC, but we'll still say it every episode. Forever.
I will.
It will happen.
But even when I get a PC, it's going to be like. When you get a
PC. Actually, we should always, like, we'll just deny that you ever get a PC. Like, even once you've got one, we'll just be like, we'll just still, as far as this podcast is concerned,
why not?
You still will not have one. Even when we're posting videos. I
spent all my money on Warhammer.
Yeah. Even when we're posting gameplay videos of us playing on PC, we'll still deny that you ever had a PC.
No, he's not got a PC. He's just hooked up a Nokia 3210.
Yeah, exactly.
Somehow.
But I really want to play Among Us, and I think it will be fun when we can do voice chat. It's one of those games, Among Us, and
even before voice chat, download it on your phone, and we can play it tonight. We won't be able. Well, I can record it. We just won't record our voices. Just if you download it, we can play it.
All right, maybe we'll give it a game tomorrow. We'll do that.
Tomorrow sounds good.
I got to cook some food tonight and do some things. But tomorrow we could do it. We can make it happen.
I've probably got to do some things too.
But yeah, Among Us is on my list. Want to play that one, and also is it Phantasmophobia? That looks really fun.
Phasmophobia.
Phasmophobia. That's it. That looks really fun as well. I think that'll be fun to play together.
Terrifying. As we said last time, obviously I'm not good at horror games. So
yes, where is this Outlast stream that we were promised?
If you can, the Outlast stream will come.
Come on, we need it. I need it. I need it in my life. I need to see it.
I personally haven't been in the right headspace to stream.
Fair enough. Well, when you are, I'm gonna watch that live stream.
I'm getting there, man. I'm getting there.
I'm gonna get involved.
But an Outlast stream will come, and you said you're going to watch. Well,
I'm gonna watch live if you're on Twitch.
Headphones are like suspended 5 feet away from your head because it's going to be a lot of screaming.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it. It's going to be fun.
You won't afterwards, but I burst your eardrums.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. Oh man, yeah. 2020 was a weird year, but it was a fun year for games. Some fun games had.
Yeah. I've got one last game that I did revisit in 2020.
What did you revisit?
Pokemon Fire Red.
Oh, the best Pokemon
on the Game Boy Advance.
The best one. Is that controversial? It's probably not even controversial. I love Pokemon Red. It is my favourite of the Pokemon games.
No, Pokemon Fire Red, the Game Boy Advance version.
Oh, yes. Yeah, okay. That's a good game as well.
Yeah. But Pokemon Red is my favourite game, but I've been playing Pokemon Fire Red, which is the
cool.
updated version with... Well, I don't want to say updated graphics.
Yeah, it does look better.
Still fucking pixel.
It does look better.
It's nicely rendered pixel art.
Yeah. Oh man, I lose hours and hours to Pokemon games. It's that you know, I'm one of those people. I collect things in real life, you know. So when it comes to a game where I can collect things,
yeah, I saw your Godzilla collection. I like it.
Oh, the Godzilla collection. Yeah, that's next to me right now. I do like some Godzilla. By the way, pro tip. There is one Godzilla game that has eluded me until now, which is Godzilla on the PS3. It goes for about 200 quid. It's really expensive because it was quite rare. But I didn't know this. Little did I know until I did some research, like literally yesterday. Pretty much every game for the PS3 is not region locked. Like PS3 games, there's like 2 PS3 games that are region locked. All other PS3 games you can play from any country. It makes no difference apparently. So so that was good. So I've managed.
I didn't even know region lock was a thing.
It is, but not for the PS3 apparently. So or not from any games. So I picked it up from Japan for like 15 quid instead of like 200 for the English version. Hooray!
Do you still have a PS1?
Yes.
Do you have the original Aliens games?
Alien Trilogy?
No, the one before that. It's just called Alien.
On PS1?
Yes.
Just called Alien? No.
Yeah, just Alien.
I don't know that game. Is it good?
Oof.
That's a game I don't know. On PS1, and a game just called Alien. I remember Alien Trilogy.
Yeah, just called Alien.
Huh.
Yeah, Alien Trilogy. We talked about Alien Trilogy. Alien Trilogy is good. There was a one before that.
I didn't know that. We'll have to look into that one.
Right, viewers, write this down. The day that I knew something before Durs did. Write it down.
I'm sure that's happened before.
02/01/2021. Write it down.
Well, you've started the year as you mean to go on. That's cool. I didn't know that.
I actually saw it in a marketplace on Facebook, but for around this area. So if I find it and it's still around, I'm gonna buy it and send it to you.
Well, you know, just let me know. I didn't know that was a thing. That's really cool. I will have to check that out.
Well, if it's still available and it's not stupidly expensive, I'm gonna ship it right to you.
Well, you know, don't go to too much trouble, but that sounds cool, man. That sounds like fun. I love me some Alien, so that's good. But yeah,
well, I've got to give you some joy for the amount of joy this podcast has gave me. So.
Oh man, the feeling is mutual.
The game doesn't feel like much, mate.
Oh no, man, it's been fun. I can't wait until the pandemic is resolved and you're back in Bristol at some point and we can hook up in real life for a drink. That will be an awesome time.
Definitely,
it will be fun.
I would absolutely love you and Paula to meet Chrissy.
Oh, for sure, man. Yeah. We keep like.
And if we're coming out to Bristol, we're probably going to bring Roxy too, the pup.
Oh yes. The thing is, like it's really weird because obviously Daz had to step back from doing the show. I'm hoping to get him on though. I was thinking when it's like the anniversary of our first episode, we should do a 3. Try and get Daz on for that episode. Try and get him back for one.
No, to join us. I would absolutely love Daz to come on again.
Yeah. Well, he did say he was up for guesting occasionally. I think he's been busy, but we'll try and get him on.
Yeah. But I know I shouldn't, but there's still a part of me that feels kind of bad for like taking Daz's space. I know because obviously when you asked me, I messaged him.
Yeah, it was mutual. He was well happy for you to take over.
Yeah, I know, but obviously when you messaged me going, well, Daz has got to step down because he's got a kid now.
Yeah, he was busy.
And it was you were like, I enjoyed the Chongen's episode. Would you like to be like a permanent part? I was like, I'd love to. But then I messaged Daz going, is that okay? Because obviously I'm good friends with you and Daz. I didn't want to step on any toes. And obviously he was all right with it, hence why I'm still here.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, I'd love to get Daz back on. But obviously I've got respect for both of you. That's why I asked him.
Yes, it's fine. It's not like Daz was a prick. He had to go. No. Daz is just busy. He was a busy dude, and he had to step back. But no, Daz is a brother. Love Daz forever, and
love Daz.
He's in the intro.
Daz.
He's still in the intro to the show. We got a picture of him in the intro to the show.
He has to stay in the intro
for sure. He's staying in that intro forever. If I make a new intro, he's still going to be in it. No, it'll be cool. We'll try and get him in sometime this year. I can't remember when we started this podcast, but it was definitely during the lockdown. So we'll try and get
I want to say. Obviously, we have met in person.
I know Daz. He's been in two of my films. We'll be in the third one as well. So
no, but I was on about us. We have obviously met in person.
Oh, we've met
not that much.
Very briefly though. Very briefly.
Not that much.
It's weird because I feel like I've spoken to you. You and Matt from the Movies Made Us Do It. I've probably spoken to more than anyone, barring my fiance this year. And yet,
this is where I want to give you a lot of love and a big shout out to you.
Right back at you.
For making me part of this podcast because, I love doing it. I love chatting to you, I'm talking about games, and also, obviously, my mental health. You and this podcast, like every other week, give me, like, motivation to do stuff.
I'm glad, man.
To play games I forgot about. So...
I am glad. I'm glad. Yeah, and there is no pressure if you can't do an episode, You know that.
Yeah, I only ever just delay it by like a day or so.
Yeah. It's all good, man. It's all good.
No, but you don't understand how much doing this means to me. I love you, man.
I love you too, and it's just as well because we're gonna do this forever. It's never ending.
Oh yeah, I ain't going anywhere.
No, me either. I love
maybe
doing
to Bristol every now and then.
Yes. Do you know, dude? That'd be really cool though. If you are in Bristol sometime, we could do it for real. In this room.
In the same room.
Yeah. Because I've got set up here for more than one person. Because originally, the Movies Made Us Do It was pre-pandemic. Well, it used to be a radio show, and we left the radio station and started doing our own thing here. So I've got another mic. We can do it together in the same room at some point if you're in Bristol.
We could get me, you, Paula, and Chrissy on one podcast.
We could do that actually. I'd need to get a.
Mayhem.
Space would be an issue, but we can make it happen. We could make it happen.
Well, I got 2 microphones I can bring.
Oh no, I think we could manage it. It's just we just have to get some more. We might have to get some chairs from the kitchen in here. That's that's the only thing.
Let them sit on the floor.
Let them sit on the floor. They can just sit on the floor. That'll be fine.
I hope Chrissy and Paula are not listening to this.
Well, yeah. Well, I think Chrissy might be listening to you right now. So
Yeah, she's in the next room.
You're already in trouble.
Door that's open.
But anyway, man, it's been fun as always. Starting 2021 on a positive, and we're going to continue positive. Do you have any thoughts on the next episode?
No, but I think this is the longest podcast we've done together.
Is it? How long has it been? Let me have a look.
Hour and 15 minutes.
An hour and 15. 14 at the moment, but 15 certainly by the time we finish.
Yeah. I was rounding out.
It's been a long one, and with it's still way shorter than the ones me and Daz, the epic ones that me and Daz did from time to time. These are much easier though. These are fun. I love doing these chats, man. This is much.
Yeah, we don't have to do any research.
No research. What do you want to talk about next time, Chris? Any thoughts?
Don't know.
Okay, we'll have a think about it. Something always comes up. So this one was kind of thrown together because, obviously Christmas and New Year and everything.
We could do what games we're looking forward to in 2020. 2021 even.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, we could do that.
But obviously, I can't actually. Well, I can think of one.
I don't know. Yeah, I don't know what games are coming out. But I can have a look.
It was supposed to come out. It's supposed to come out 3 years ago, but it still hasn't.
What game is it?
Skull and Bones.
Skull and Bones. Oh my god! I forgot about Skull and Bones. That game looks amazing. I forgot that game was. That was ages ago.
The pirate game.
Yeah, that was ages ago. I forgot about that. Yeah, I'd love to play that too. I remember being really hyped for that when the trailer dropped, like years ago.
Oh yeah, no, because well, obviously it's a pirate game, so I sold before I even watched it.
Yeah.
But you could instead of like Black Flag, where you got one ship, you can pick like a frigate, like Man of War. You can pick a different kind of ship, and that's what sold me. It's like, oh, I can fill out my pirate dreams.
You can live your pirate dreams.
It's supposed to come out next year, but it was supposed to come out about 3 years ago. So I'm not holding my hopes.
No. Well, maybe we'll do that next time.
Oops, sorry.
Oh dear. Yeah,
unless
maybe
we come up with anything else, yeah.
Yeah, we'll have a think. But in any case, it's been fun as always, Chris. And here's to 2021, playing more games and talking about games forever. It's going to be good.
Well, thank you for watching, people. Thank you for listening.
Thank you for watching and listening. And until next time, stay safe. And we'll catch you on the next one.
Bye.